It happened in 2003, so I was gonna be 11 that year. Right around that time, my grandparents bought their own place in Florida, and we'd fly down in my dad's plane. We'd fly down, the whole family, and we'd go down and visit them. When we were coming back up, the route was hit pretty hard by a bad snowstorm.
Right before it happened, I remember stopping at an airport.
And the airport was empty. There was nobody there. We basically had to pick a lock to get inside this building to try and look for a phone, but they didn't have a phone inside the building. And there was no cell phone reception. We found on the map that there was another airport just a little distance away.
And I remember my mom saying we should stay there for the night. And my dad didn't want to, so we decided to go back in the air.
We get over the mountains in Massachusetts, over the Berkshires. The storm gets really bad and we can't gain any altitude. So we end up getting pushed low into the mountains, and the wings of the plane end up clipping some trees. The plane goes down, and the only thing I remember is it gets really bright and then dark, nothing. I remember coming to, and I remember it being all dark. I remember my dad yelling, "Somebody help me, somebody pull me out, I'm stuck, I can't move, I have frostbite, somebody help me."
It felt like it was only a couple minutes. I could hear my dad yelling to us, telling us we need to get out of the plane and to make sure our mom was okay.
He just kept yelling it over and over and over again, and I yelled to him, "I can't move, Dad, I can't move."
At this point, I don't remember if I was dreaming that or not, but I felt real.
I remember trying to get the seatbelt off. The latch was way back because the seat went so far forward.
And I remember I couldn't move at all. I don't know if I was conscious or not.
From what I've been told, it was 18 hours later that the rescue chopper managed to find us.
When the search parties went out flying helicopters, looking, trying to find us, from what I'm told, I was playing in a creek with my body temperature extremely low, and I was just a happy kid waving at the airplane.
So it was Ryan and his playing in the creek that saved us, I guess.
And I remember being put into a sled and then being dragged, and it was really blurry at that point. I remember being in a helicopter and an ambulance.
But I woke up in the hospital after they'd gone through and done the surgery on my leg. And I remember my uncle was standing there, and the first question I asked him was, "Where's my mom?"
I remember that the biggest concern I had was, where was my mom? I kept on asking them, "Where's my mom?" And they kept on telling me, she's coming, she'll be here soon." And I finally figured out that she wasn't actually there anymore. My mom and two of my brothers were killed instantly, and my dad made it until the help came. Then he passed away after that, so it was me and my two brothers left.
Please welcome Tyler, Jordan, and Ryan. Come on, guys. Hi, Ryan. Hi. Hi, Ryan. Then we're gonna put you right there. How about that? Hi, Tyler.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Oprah. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hi. How you feeling today?
Great.
You feeling great today? How you doing, Jordan?
Good.
Good, good, good. You're handling yourself really well. The boys are here with their aunt and uncle, Todd and Krista Smith, and their two children, Emma and Jacob. Todd and Krista have recently adopted the Ferris boys. Now, you were in the back. You didn't see that tape we just ran, right? Yeah, good. But we heard you on the tape say that you're really happy that you survived.
Yes, I am really happy that I survived so I could be here with my family.
So you could be here with your family.
Good job, Jordan.
My mom was really close with all of us. She was the one that she was a mom. She was there for you whenever you needed it.
She was always there for us. She was really a caring person. She tried her hardest to take care of 5 boys.
She was a sweetheart and probably the nicest person anybody could ever meet. My dad, he was a kid at heart. He loved going like to theme parks and he loved going to Disney, and he got the plane because he loved to fly, and when he set his mind to something, he'd do it.
Sean, I remember, was a really good older brother. I remember that much, and him and Tyler got along very well.
Him and I got along the best out of all of my brothers. Him and I were pretty tight, and it was usually him and I. If we were ever doing something, it would be him and I together doing something. But it was mostly because I convinced him to do it with me.
I got it on film.
I remember I spent a lot of time with my older brother, Kyle. We were pretty close.
Kyle was the middle child, and he was a little bit rebellious, and he would be the one, loved him to death, but he would be the one that would probably cause the most rifts. That's usually how it worked out. Kyle and I fought a little bit, but that was brothers. I mean, it's kind of how it works sometimes. I still miss him though.
Kyle was my best friend back then. We did everything together, really. Like Tyler and Sean had their own thing, so me and Kyle had our own thing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Kyle. Happy birthday to you.
I was in the hospital for just under a month. Ryan, actually, he was only in the hospital for like a week, I think, maybe a few days. He recovered really quickly because he really didn't sustain any injuries other than him getting frostbite a little bit on his fingers.
Being in the hospital, I remember all the people that were really nice. I remember they helped me out, and when they first told me that I wouldn't be able to keep my leg, I couldn't believe them. I didn't want to believe them. It was scary, really. But when they after they took it, I didn't feel any different. I felt like I could still be me, and that was nice. Yeah. I hardly honestly even noticed a difference. I mean, I was in a wheelchair for a while, so that was different because I used to like run around and everything. But once I ended up getting this leg from the Shriners, I could be that again. I ran around, I played with all the rest of the kids, and it was awesome. And I didn't feel any different from anyone else.
After everything happened, after I got out of the hospital, I moved in with my aunt and uncle, Todd and Krista, and they have their own 2 kids, Jacob and Emma.
Todd is very strong. He's dealt with a lot over these years. He's always been there for us, and he took us in. He took care of us. Krista always had to be quite strict because taking care of 5 kids, it's a lot to go on with. She brought us where we are. She made us capable young people, and we will succeed because of that.
I've learned a lot from them, being in a different situation, and they've definitely helped me become who I am today. I can't honestly remember them not being siblings. They've been just like any other sibling, really. I mean, so it's not like it was anything to do with not being from the same family. Everyone was loved, so it's the important part.
I can't believe how much they've sacrificed for us. It just stands out so much to me. I'm an 11th grade student. Played soccer this year. It was a lot of fun. Working's fun. I work at the Beaver Den, small diner in Brookfield. I'm a waiter. I describe myself to be happy. I like to go for bike rides. In the winter, I go skiing. I do like to go hunting. That's one thing I got. I got a pretty nice 8-point last year. Well, we're pretty isolated around here, pretty quiet. Being nice, living where we do, it's very peaceful. The only scars I have are just 2 small little pieces right in here from when they had to warm me back up because my body temperature was so low. They had to put tubes inside me to warm my body back up. I hope it doesn't get in the way, but I hope I still remember, and I hope I always have that feeling of them. It'll always be something in the back of my mind. I just hope it doesn't affect me too much. I hope I'm still able to achieve all my goals. My goal would be to be financially stable and just be overall happy. Just that's what we all live for, right? Just be happy. Who knows wherever that'll take me right now.
I'm Jordan Ferris, and we're here at RPI. My major is physics, and I chose it because I'm interested in how the world works. My roommates didn't even know I had a fake leg until I showed up, and I didn't tell them my story until like 2 or 3 weeks in. I don't exactly keep it a secret. I just don't really feel like, I kind of feel like I kind of ruin people's day when I tell them such a sad story, so I kind of keep it to myself. I mean, like, I wear shorts. I don't really care if people see my leg, and people see it, and they just don't know my ask about it. They don't usually know what to say. They actually usually say, oh, you should be in a movie. The hardest part about my leg was I would love to swim, and I didn't know if I'd be able to do that again with one leg, but I learned I could. It'd just be different. It wasn't difficult, though. I could do it easily. Definitely the most difficult part about my leg would be beaches, honestly. There's nothing more difficult, really. And that's not even bad. It's just difficult. I'd say I've learned a lot because back then I was too young to really understand. I didn't really know what death meant. It took a while before I really learned what everything meant. And at that point, I began to change. I began to think that there's actually a meaning for me. Definitely feel like I have a reason to be here because of the fact that I'm still here. It's definitely given me that hope. So I can usually remain positive in negative situations due to that. And that's what I'd say my best talent honestly is, probably. I don't let things get to me usually. What I want most in life really would just to make people happy and be happy myself. There's always a reason that we're here on Earth. Some people don't realize it, but there is definitely, everyone has a purpose of being here. Everyone's interconnected somehow.
My name's Tyler Ferris. I went to college at Rochester Institute of Technology in Rochester, New York, and I majored in mechanical engineering technology. Living in Florida is great. Weather's usually pretty awesome. You can go outside and do whatever you want, except in the summer it gets really, really hot. All the scars ended up on the left side of my body. So I had a dislocated shoulder. On my leg, there's 2 cuts down both sides of my leg because when my leg was crushed, it couldn't swell. And when they pulled me out of the wreckage, all that muscle started to swell. If they hadn't cut it on both sides to relieve pressure, the muscle would have swollen so quickly and so much and would have destroyed my leg, and they would have had to amputate. I got some scars. They don't bother me. Once my experiences happened, it brought me to a realization that there are greater things in life that you have to consider. I have absolutely no problem telling people about my story, about what happened to me. I don't let it hold me back. So to me, it built me up, and I use it to my advantage. I've taken what I've learned and I've used it to push myself farther.
I've become pretty resilient. I've survived this far, and if I want something, I know I can achieve it if I pursue it enough.
I still enjoy going up in the air. I still like that feeling of when the plane's taking off. It feels great to me. I enjoy riding planes probably more than I would technically enjoy flying them, you could say. But planes, I'm not scared at all by planes.
Just because one accident happened shouldn't make you gun shy. That's why I want to get my pilot's license. Because I still enjoy flying. I still enjoy the convenience of it. It's interesting to me, and it's fun to me, and it's exciting to me. So being able to have a plane and being able to fly whenever you want, just that freedom is so nice.
What I do is I just give myself a reason to keep going. I know that if there wasn't a reason for me to live, then I wouldn't have. So since I'm alive here today, I still have something that I need to do, and I just keep looking towards that, even when things seem impossible.